What's up, my guys? We are back in the lunch line yet again. Before we started, I was working on my microphone. Still did not have any luck, so I'm just going with the trusty. Don't listen. Like no, but in all seriousness, like if something happens today while I'm on my headphones microphone, I'm shutting my laptop and you guys can finish the episode because I'm not dealing with it again. But happy to see you guys again. You guys are both beautiful looking men. How is everybody doing this week?
I'm doing fantastic, JT. I'm doing fantastic with a couple of issues looming. So, this weekend was past NASCAR. I went Friday, and I was sad that I was the only one checking in. Sad I was the only one. I almost fell out of my freaking chair here. Sad I was the only one getting one of these lanyards here when another member could have had one, and maybe we could have gone to the championship. Maybe it would have been a good time. Who knows? The world may never know, but it was a good time. It was cool. I mean, it's always awesome going to Phoenix Raceway, and I was volunteering anyway, so it was cool. And the races were good. I got to see the truck race, so that was fun. Yeah, and that's what Hank used to race. Is he still racing those on the iRacing?
I believe so.
He's still racing the truck. Shout out Hank.
So
that was fun. Played a decent amount of video games. Shout out League of Legends NA. We lost 3-0. It was pretty pathetic performance. I'm rocking my guy Busio on the back. He just got let go from 100 Thieves. Not let go. He's just going to take more money elsewhere, so that'll be cool. So I'm honoring him in this jersey here. And then trying to think, what else happened? Anything else crazy happened? Steelers won Thursday. Big, naturally. We're somehow good. Yeah. It's good though. Everything was good. Running a little bit more. My girlfriend's flying in tomorrow, so that's going to be a whole thing.
Nice.
So I have to clean everything in my room and bathroom and just apartment and car, and I had to move some stuff before we even started filming because they're so fucking dirty.
Dude, I'm sure you have to clean your conscience too, because there's a big rumor that's swirling about the race on Sunday. So it's like, yeah, Tiggy's upset. None of us came out, so he just decided to go on Friday. Didn't go on Sunday, and all of a sudden, Christopher Bell's car blows up on like lap 60, and nobody knows. Nobody knows why. Everybody's like, what happened to the brakes? How could anything like this happen? Deep down inside, the rumors are true, and I know what happened, dude. You were trying to hurt my feelings for not going, so you decided to ruin the whole Sunday for me, and I applaud you for it, pal. You did it. You win.
I can neither conform nor deny what happens there on Championship Sunday, dude. But I just know Kyle Larson made it more laps, which, we all knew was the real nice bet to have there that day.
Dude, talk about like just a freaking bummer, like with Christopher Bell. I get all amped up. I'm so into it, I watch every single race of the season. We're hyped. We're ready for the championship. And he just freaking blows up in the first. It was the first stage still.
First stage.
I'm like, I don't even want to watch anymore. I was like, dude. But I was glad to see Ryan Blaney won. Ross Chastain is just still such a dick.
Agreed.
I don't know if you watched it, Tiggy Nation, but it's like, I don't think in over a decade, the winner of the championship did not win the race. And Ross Chastain, I'm not saying, it's a slippery slope. I'm not saying Ross Chastain, like, let him pass you, but, like, he was just being a dick. And Ryan Blaney came in second and Chastain came in first, but, ultimately Blaney wins the championship. But it's just like, I don't know, Ross Chastain's such an asshole. But glad to see Blaney won. Bummer for CB, but he's just a class act. CB is a class act. He wrecked and he got interviewed right after. You think you'd be all fired up, cussing, breaking shit. Just a classy guy, just bummed out, but he's like, thankful for this year. All the classy things you could say. I know you have to be heated. Good guy. He'll be back. He'll be back next year. his revenge tour starts next year. I'm excited to see where that goes. And what's great about NASCAR is it starts again in 3 months.
Yeah, that is
You know,
nice.
so
That
that's
is really
cool.
nice. But yeah, I think it's crazy too. He said that that's the first time that's ever happened on one of his cars.
Yeah,
And they were explaining how it had something to do with how he hit the track and like when he braked and then what air came through and it just like destroyed it, which is insane. But yeah, no, with Ross, it's like I'm with you. You know, you don't want to ever let anybody win. I agree with your statement there. It just was kind of crazy that like he said that he was racing clean, but like he really wasn't. Bumping, I know rubbing is racing, but that was a serious situation where like Ross could have wrecked Blaney, and then Blaney could have just not won it at all. So it's one of those things where like, yes, I think you should race the guy, but once it gets to start actually bumping cars and you don't have any, stake in the game, it's like you kind of gotta
yeah.
do the right thing here, dude. And that pissed me off. He's doing burnouts and stuff, which I get he wins, but like different kind of race, doing burnouts. Blaney's doing burnouts. Everybody's cheering about Blaney, and Ross is just spinning around the track and like going back and forth. I don't know. Shout out Blaney, the Penske back-to-back championships. I like Ryan Blaney though, so I wasn't too upset that he won.
I don't think that's ever happened. A back-to-back. I
Back-to-back team?
I think like if it's two different people.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I could be completely wrong, but they were talking about something like that. But yeah, that's cool. CB, go ahead.
I was going to say, before you get back on CB, well, Larson and Byron are both Hendrick drivers, right?
Yep.
That's pretty wild that like half the field was that. And then I was trying to Google because I know Jeff Gordon ended up like purchasing into a team. He used to race for Hendrick. Does he own part of Hendrick Motors now?
I believe yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty awesome because I knew he like bought into a team and stuff, and I didn't know it was the team that won. So the fact that
that's why cool. It's cool because 24, that was Jeff Gordon's number, which is Byron's number, and like I love it now because like sometimes not every team and like driver, but sometimes people will have like specialty cars for like certain races, like a special car, and even in the championship, he had a Jeff Gordon Evive, his car. But one earlier this season, it was like identical to Jeff Gordon's car. So I thought that was super cool.
That's sick.
Because Jeff Gordon's just like an iconic car. Like that's what I think of when like when we were kids, like Jeff Gordon's car was just.
It was Jeff Gordon. The basically the Tropicana Peacock 24 and Dale Earnhardt, RIP in peace, red, white, and black. That was it. That was just it. That was NASCAR for us.
Yeah,
and
literally.
It would have been cool too, in a sense, to see a guy like William Byron win, just because the way he got into racing is so different than everybody else did. Like he got into NASCAR from iRacing. He was like a top.
Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Now I want to be a William Byron fan because that's sick.
Yeah, to my knowledge, he was a top iRacer, and that's what got the attention of NASCAR. And yeah, he's still only like 27. He's not old, but yeah, he was one of the best iRacers whenever he was, racing competitively in that league, and that's kind of how he put his name on the map, which is really cool. Like, no shade to a guy like Ryan Blaney, but he has generations full of racing, like grandpa, uncle, dad, so he really knows racing, which I'm not saying the other guys don't. It's just cool to see a guy get in from like a different kind of way, kind of like the Gran Turismo movie in a sense.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Have you guys seen that yet?
No, and I really want to see it. I really wanted to see it in theaters, but it was one of those things that just kind of just slipped right by, and I forgot. Like I remember me and Angie went to see The Little Mermaid, the remake, and I don't even think I knew what Gran Turismo movie was, but they played the trailer. So I was in and our theater right down is it's like a theater. Well, maybe you Tig out in where you are, but a theater like I've never been to. Like it's a crazy big theater. So the screen is huge and everything. The sound and everything. And when that trailer came on, dude, I had never been so like locked in my life. Like just chills all over my body. Like I really need to watch that movie. I'm bummed I didn't see it in theaters, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, I would say definitely watch it. I watched it recently on just like a streaming service. I think we rented it from YouTube or something like that. It was like $5 or something like that. But I mean, it's going to come to streaming services soon. The acting isn't in it like isn't crazy. It's going to be a good streaming movie that's always just going to be available. Kind of reminds me of like Ready Player One. You know, really cool concept, really cool CGI. You know, in the sense the movie's really good, but the acting isn't to that like top tier level where it's not like Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible where it's still $30 to rent from YouTube right now after it's been out of theaters for months, you know? So like I bet in the next month or two it'll be out free on a streaming service, but like $5 definitely worth it for a night to just watch. It's super sick, really awesome movie. Like not going to win any awards, but it's just incredible, especially if you like racing and the fact that it's based off true events. Like iRacing has been time and time again been proven. I mean, with Blaney, and then with the guy in Gran Turismo. I mean, Max Verstappen, top F1 racer the past like 3 years, races in iRacing tournaments and stuff. He still races like an asshole and crashes into everybody and thinks it's no big deal, but you know he does it, and like just that is so realistic that people can literally go to that to real cars is just insane. So fucking cool.
It really is. No, I agree. And it is kind of a good send off to the NASCAR season. I'm sad it's done. Looking forward to, February when it's back, but college hoops just started. We're getting to the thick of the football season, so we'll be held over. And I'm excited, JT, because I think Shane Van Cheeseburger is going to be racing a lot next year, the dude from Australia or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Von Berger or whatever it is. Von Berg.
Is that actually his name?
It's
SVP.
Yeah.
Scott Van Pelt?
Yeah, Scott Van Pelt. It's like a Shane Van Bergen, I think.
And I just kept calling him Von Hamburger just because when I would see his name on the TV during the Chicago race, it just kept looking like hamburger for some reason.
Oh man, but yeah, no. So speaking of movies, just a quick sidebar. I saw right before we hopped on here that Netflix is planning on cutting down how many movies they make from about 50 a year to 25 to 30 movies, and they basically just said they want to just make movies that like they kind of really want to make now instead of pumping out a bunch of them. So that's kind of interesting. I think that's also kind of weird how they're making less movies, but they just raised the price for Netflix, but that's corporate America, and that's here for another day, dude, And I did watch a great movie, though, this past weekend. No Hard Feelings, the new comedy movie with Jennifer Lawrence. So funny, dude. The concept of the entire movie's funny, like, because I could really see something like that happening in real life, and how it's kind of mixed into where like girl grew up somewhere, place becomes rich, local struggle to like the whole story. And you get to see a Jennifer Lawrence full frontal scene, which it is actually her. And the fact that it's her, the things you see her do in that scene are just like crazy because it's like a fist fight. It's like a fist fight scene. So it's a great movie.
I was gonna say I saw it recently as well, a couple weekends ago, and it was a good movie. It was I had no idea what to expect. It was very strange and a little weird at times, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, the full frontal nude scene, I was not anticipating that's how it was gonna happen.
Me neither at all.
Yeah. Just with how the movie went, I honestly started to think that somehow Matthew Broderick was going to be her dad that left her.
I did as well.
I don't know. I just thought that was going to happen, and her and his face were ended up going to be brother and sister. But because it was such a weird movie, like like weird shit happened where that wouldn't have shocked me. No, but it was like a feel good comedy, like something about just a good nature vibe. Like the area they were in was awesome, wherever that was, Montauk or whatever, New York, basically like the Outer Banks of New York. And it was, I always like movies like that, that kind of have that vibe to them. So I liked it. I mean, it was a Netflix movie, but
Sure.
it was good.
I thought it was really cool. I'm not a huge Jennifer Lawrence fan either. I probably on more the end of like Jonathan Lawrence hater. I didn't think she was the right role for the Hunger Games. That just wasn't the character, and she's just, I don't know. It seems in most movies, I don't know if she overacts, but I feel like I always envision her just screaming and just crying. Like that's like 90% of her movies. I feel just her screaming and crying a lot. Maybe that's just misconception. Maybe I just have it out for her. I'm not sure. Not a huge Jennifer Lawrence fan. I hated her in Arrival, or not Arrival, whatever the one was with Chris Pratt, who I'm also like not the biggest fan of Chris Pratt, but he's grown on me for sure. But that movie I didn't like, and I don't know. She just, I don't know, but I enjoyed her in this. Thought she was really funny.
Yeah, she's trying to think. Probably my favorite things of hers. I love her in Silver Linings Playbook. I think her character is just like a crazy person's awesome. And I actually think, now this is obviously bias on my end, I think she's a really good Mystique in the X-Men universe as well. Hoping that we get to see her come back, and I might as well just kind of tie all this in. Tomorrow I will be going to see the Marvels, and the latest trailer for the Marvels just came out. For people that don't know what that is and they're not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we are seeing a new team in the MCU form, which is pretty cool. Kamala, Monica Rambeau, and Captain Marvel, they're going to squad up. And the latest trailer was insane because it ends with them talking about that Kamala Harris, that's correct. And that's funny. Every time I see that, it throws me off. And they just showed it last night on Monday Night Football. They're talking about how the universes are coming together, which is what's going on in Loki right now. And we see a butt of a character walk in from another universe, which we know it's going to be a female because it's a female-led movie. And JT, since you said it first, I can let you say who you think it is because I think you're right.
Yeah, I thought it looked like Storm from X-Men.
Halle Berry, right?
Yep.
I think it'll be a new actor. I don't think it'll be one they've ever used.
Halle Berry. Hallelujah.
But then I even saw more today on the Twitter feed.
Fill me in.
There's just that same scene where they like screenshotted it and like did some, zoom in and making the picture better. And it looked like it was like they were in the room of Cerebro. Professor X. But how people are.
Definitely.
I don't know.
And I think that it has to be somebody in the X-Men universe because they made a point in Miss Marvel that was out, I think last year, maybe around the holidays, that she's a mutant. They made a point to make it known that she's a mutant, and the X-Men haven't joined the universe yet. So I think to keep it all kind of within that, I bet it's probably Storm, and we will see maybe one or two other X-Men. So I'm very, very excited for that. I told JT this yesterday. It's my belief now. I think after how quote unquote people thought phase 4 was, it's kind of just reminiscent to phase 1 and 2. I think that this movie, The Marvels, is going to be the swing we saw in the first in the Infinity Gauntlet saga. And I think this is going to line up with Captain America Civil War, where this is where things are going to start shifting, and everything coming out afterwards is going to be a lot of team ups, a lot of cameos, and a lot of leading up to the next Avengers movie. So that gets me really excited too.
Yeah, and don't forget Thanos is going to be in this movie.
Yep.
Ooh, Thanos is back?
In the trailer there's Thanos line. They don't show him. It's like a voiceover. lines that of Thanos talking that were not in any of the other movies. So it wasn't like a flashback or whatever. So I'm like, what's that going to be like? I don't know. You know, a lot of crazy twists and turns in the Marvel universe right now, but I will say the Loki show is exceptionally good. I'll be honest with myself and my fellow friends here. The later Marvel stuff, the newer stuff, I have not been a huge fan of. But Loki, the new season, this new season of Loki is really, really good. I'm sad it's only how many episodes, Jake? 6?
Yeah, there's one left, which this season's been insane. Real quick, this is a complete shot in the dark theory, But I was thinking earlier in the preview they did, you definitely hear Thanos' voice and they show Thanos talking about past events that happened in Endgame. And again, I'm reaching here with this. But to keep on the X-Men timeline, to keep on the Deadpool timeline, which is all the stuff that's coming up, which is what the TVA is going to tie in, Kamala with the X-Men. Josh Brolin doesn't only play Thanos. Josh Brolin also plays Cable, who is a multiverse time traveler who can switch from timelines to timelines. And yes, it could be Thanos, but it also could be Cable, who is talking about things that has happened.
That is so funny because it's true, but I don't know.
It's a reach. I'm reaching. I admit it. I'm reaching here, but it's a possibility.
That would actually be so funny if that happened. No, but yeah, I mean, I honestly forgot it was coming out until you sent me some of the trailers. The trailers look good. Is the marketing team just is the marketing team just preying off nostalgia and putting Iron Man and Captain America in the trailer? Maybe. The movie might be really good. I hope it's good. So yeah, I'm excited to hear what you think, Jake, tomorrow when you see it.
Yeah, I'm doing my best because like I've heard because we are in 2023. The Avengers movies are supposed to come out in like 2025 and 2026, and we are getting to a point where there's a lot of multiverse stuff that's tying in. And what I keep seeing now is, and again, I don't know this to be true, might as well just update my MCU people. Right now, as it stands, Kang Dynasty is supposed to be a movie where the Kangs wipe out our current MCU timeline, and all of our characters that we know actually lose to the House of Kang or whatever they call it. And Secret Wars is them traveling through time and plucking the prime versions of each superhero out of every single timeline. And supposedly the lead is going to be Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman, which then has me to believe that we will see Tony Stark again. We will see Chris Evans again. We will see them because there are going to be other variants of them. And unfortunately, I know that's going to kill a lot of people that are true to the sacred MCU timeline. But unfortunately, now we're getting to a point where we are kind of keeping pace with the comic books, bringing in all the multiverse stuff. You know, Into the Spider-Verse, like everything's been multiversal lately. Even Invincible is owned by Sony. Supposedly, Spider-Man's going to be in season 2 of Invincible that's on Prime because
so Spider-Man's going to play for the Eagles with Mark Wahlberg?
He could.
Jeez.
He could, dude. He could. He'll take it to the house.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you think it'll kill a lot of momentum that Marvel has made by bringing them back. What, like 5 years later after it was supposed to be over?
I don't personally.
People are saying?
Yes. People are complaining because they're like, how can you kill off all these people and then you bring them back? And my argument is we are in the multiversal saga.
Yeah. Multiverse, I mean, it's just a get out of jail free card for any sort of creative writing. And as well, I'm sorry, but I have only seen like half a season of Loki. I know it's a great show. I love Tom Hiddleston. He's amazing. Every time I see that video of him dancing to Rasputin on that talk show, I immediate heart on immediately. He's incredible. People are saying he should be the next James Bond, and I'm all for it. He's awesome. So many characters are incredible. All the new shows I hear are doing like fairly decent. It's just too much. It's just too much, and I'm like not the biggest fan, so I just can't keep up. So if they do a movie and bring back all the All-Stars, hey, every 4 years the Olympics is back, everyone. LeBron's playing. Giannis, like everyone. Well, is Giannis American or is he Greek? I don't know.
He's Greek, but dude, in a multiverse, he might be American.
It doesn't matter. Melo's coming back. He's playing. It's like, it doesn't matter. You bring all the old guys, you bring the All-Star team, and that's going to sell out theaters. It doesn't matter. The people that are mad are the small minority that isn't the target market. So they put a movie with Tobey Maguire. They put a movie with Tony Stark. I'm in there. I'm absolutely in. Could be sick.
I stand with Tig.
And there's tons more out there that probably fell off after everything. You know what I mean? I didn't even like Endgame. I didn't even like it. I've been very loud that I didn't like Endgame at all. I thought Infinity War was good.
Dude, Endgame ages like a fine wine. It does. It gets better every time I watch it. But no, and I get it. Like, I want to, because Robert Downey Jr. is Marvel. He is the MC, and he always will be. He always will be.
Facts.
But, so, like, of course I want to see him again. But it was just my point, like, Endgame was so, like, it wasn't just a movie. It was like a Game of Thronesy. Like, it was a cultural, like, phenomenon. Like, Iron Man died, the end of an era. So it's like, when you bring it back, is it kind of making that less special, Of course I want to see him again. But then it's like, no, because bringing Tobey Maguire back was fucking awesome. So I was not mad about that at all. So it's like, of course I want to see Iron Man again. But like you said, Tiggy Nation, it is kind of like a get out of the jail free card with the multiverse stuff. You can just rewrite any movie, pretty much. We
are coming to close to an end or whatever, because they have planned it out that the last phase is going to be phase 7. So right now, the first 3 phases we had was the Infinity Gauntlet saga. Now we're in the multiverse saga, and then the next saga is the mutant saga, supposedly. So I think that's how they're gonna rewrite, like, wiping out the current slate and rewriting it into like a Secret Wars Battle War-esque place, so we can have all of them in the same area.
I am so in on the mutants. I mean, that's going to be, I know you kind of mentioned mutants earlier. I mean, first of all, they're freaking like demigods, basically. Are they going to bring that little girl from Logan, right?
She is confirmed to be in Deadpool 3.
I mean, they've done nothing with her. The movie's been out for a decade. She's probably 22 right now.
Yeah, so Deadpool 3 is going to be so interesting, because that supposedly the end of Loki ties right into Deadpool 3. And with Deadpool 3, that is a send-off. They're supposed to kill the Fox universe. And supposedly the director of Logan said that Deadpool 3's Logan or Wolverine character is canon to that Logan movie. So I don't know how it's all going to tie in, but to answer your question, yes, I did see, Tig, that little girl is supposed to be in Deadpool 3.
Good. I mean, I wish we would have had a movie series or a TV series, because she ran with all those little other mutants, right? They could have made like a Maze Runner-esque like series, you know what I mean? Of all of them together, finding their way or finding some. I mean, they would have found some, full-grown X-Men or Hero or other like big mutant, or you know what I mean? Like, that could have showed them the way. Like, they could have done so much shit with that.
I agree.
And to be fair, I feel like a lot of people are way more Marvel than X-Men. You know what I mean? When it comes to it. Well, X-Men is a part of Marvel and stuff like that. But like, I feel like it's very different. You know what I mean? The X-Men universe is very, very separate, very, very small in terms of, it's like Star Wars and like Star Trek. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
they're
it
kind of
is
similar, they're
different.
not really. But it's like they could have brought X-Men neck and neck if they would have like done something with those kids and like did different stories and stuff. That would have been sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that really come out 10 years ago, you think?
I-
2017.
Really?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
2017?
Okay.
Damn,
still.
it feels way long.
Well, I
It's
mean, that's
almost
still a
7
long
years.
time.
Yeah.
That's still a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not nothing to smirk at. I mean, that's almost 7 years old. But
Oh. Here, do you want to guess? You want to guess how old the girl is right now?
19.
I'm gonna say, because always older actors play younger characters, I'm gonna say she's 23.
Damn. Daphne Keane, Spanish British actress, 18 right now currently.
Wow. So she was young. Dang.
So she would have been like what, 11?
10.
Was
Yeah.
it 7 years ago? 10? I mean, that's crazy. But then again, she didn't have that many voice parts. You know, she kind of just ran around like a like a mutant.
Like a crazy person. But yeah, no, Tig, I agree. I'm with you. Like, even though X-Men is a part of Marvel, it does seem like MCU has way overshadowed all of the X-Men movies, and I think it's going to be, I think the only way to make it make sense to get the X-Men mutants in the current Marvel movies is to kind of reset everything, because it would literally make no sense if they went through all of this stuff and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, and there's this whole other underground world where Magneto and everybody rule. Like, so I think the reset's gonna be sweet. It'll be way short-lived than obviously the first however many years, but it'll be good to have the X-Men back in the mix.
Yeah, that'll be sick. I think I guess I thought this was out already. I don't know if you guys were Percy Jackson fans. It was a book series. Probably came out like 15 years ago. I don't know, but I read them all in school, and it's about like mythology and stuff. Did you guys ever read those?
No, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Because
No.
didn't they scrap the show?
So they didn't scrap the show. They have it set. It's going to release. I think they tried to bring the show back earlier, and no one like accepted it. I think they scrapped it. But now Disney's taking a hold of it, so it's going to be live action. First episode is going to be December 20th this year. And I remember reading the books and stuff. It was very like, I mean, it was like teen fiction movies, you know, like whatever, like young adult books and stuff. But it was sick. It was like all these teenagers who have half god parents, you know what I mean? Like they're legit demigods and stuff. It was so cool. And it literally taught you the history of mythology through like stories that they went through and stuff. It was super sick. And they made probably like 15 books, and then they went to the Egyptian gods and stuff. And they did a couple movies, but the movies were so bad. Alexandra Daddario was one of the stars. You know, she was in Baywatch. She was in the other one with The Rock.
Really?
San Andreas. She was in it, but she was supposed to play a daughter of Athena, who the daughters of Athena have like blonde hair and grayish eyes. Those are like the big, every single one of their children have blonde hair and gray eyes. And somehow, I don't know if something went wrong with the dye or the CGI was that bad, but she had like red hair in the movies, and it made no sense. And everyone was like, what? How could you like mess that up? Like, it was literally in the book. It was set in mythology and stuff. And it was like, what are we doing? Like, it was, how can you even expect anyone to believe anything after that? I don't know. It was just very bizarre. So I hope this time, and I have faith, because a lot of the Disney stuff has been really good, and the CGI is incredible now. So I think it'll be really cool, but I think it's going to be very fostered towards like teenagers, like very young kids, like probably like 10 through 14. It's going to be, but I'll still probably watch it and give my review, because big fan of the show, or big fan of the books and mythology in general. So I think it'll be sick. I remember taking it in high school with Miss Tolan. I remember. No. Miss Tolan didn't teach it. It was Grubler. It was yeah. Senora Grubler taught it. It was fucking sick too.
Yeah. I remember you talked about that on Juice Box a few years back. So I'll probably watch it, because I like the main guy is the kid from the Adam Project, if I'm not mistaken, with the Ryan Reynolds. It's a Netflix movie. Really good. Tiggy Nation, if you haven't seen the Adam Project, great new science fiction-y movie. Like, it's not.
Wait, Tig, you liked Free Guy, right?
Love Free Guy.
Okay, so it's Ryan Reynolds and the same director, and it's the Adam Project. It's a great movie.
And the main kid is the main character in the new Percy Jackson show. I believe so.
Yeah, he's 14, but he looks fucking young. He looks like 10.
Yeah. And I really liked him in the Adam Project. Super good movie.
It's such a good movie, dude.
Yeah.
Who else is it? Ruffalo,
Jennifer Garner,
Zoe Saldana.
Such a good movie.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. Probably not. This
was
sick.
Well, so
forgot she was in that. Yeah.
Give me like a 30-second rundown of this.
Okay. So it's basically Ryan Reynolds goes back in time to his younger self, and the younger self is the kid from Percy Jackson, and it's based like Mark Ruffalo is their dad, but he died, and he's some scientist. Anyway, Ryan Reynolds is trying to go back in time to save the world because it was ending or whatever, and he runs into his past self as a kid, and then they just team up, and it's a feel good save the world movie. But it's really good. It's been a few years since I watched it, but really good, very sci-fi, like, and it's just a new, fun story. Like, it's not a recycled movie remake. I mean, it was just a good, fun, enjoyable movie. Good actors, good CGI. It was a good one.
And sidebar. The director for Free Guy, Adam Project, is also the gentleman who's directing Deadpool 3.
Oh, let's go.
And JT, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't we see a lightsaber in the Adam Project?
No, that's the
sure?
Free Guy.
That's
there are some Star no. That director must like Star Wars though, because there are Star Wars references in the Adam Project too. I can't remember what they are, but I remember we were watching it and I was like, oh man, like that's something from Star Wars. So that director just must like Star Wars.
I mean, this director has just banger after banger.
He's awesome.
Directed. I mean, his catalog is insane. It has Arrival with Jeremy Renner and, oh my God, what's her name?
Amy Adams.
Yep, Amy Adams. Incredible. Who else? Also Forrest Whitaker. Both Pink Panthers.
Wow.
Date Night. What do we got here? We got Cheaper by the Dozen.
Oh, wow.
This Is Where I Leave You.
The
Internship.
Oh, shit.
Night of the Museum.
Bangers.
Wow.
He does have bangers.
Probably my favorite, Big Fat Liar.
Oh, wow. Dude, he's got a lot of good movies.
I mean, I'm going through. I mean, I haven't seen one that's missed. I mean, he's got a couple like Disney movies that I haven't heard of and stuff, like Crater. I guess it's coming out, or maybe it just came out or something like that. I don't know. But it's like, damn, that's sick. So,
and
he
was in, he has a credit for being in the Taylor Swift box at the Jets game with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Oh my God, you're right. He was walking that one when they all walked in.
Yep, he's with them, which solidifies to me that Deadpool 3 might be one of the greatest movies of all time. That all of them have just been hanging out so much. Like, honestly, now that Deadpool is a part of the Marvel universe, it's going to be hard to tell me that the Deadpool movies aren't some of the best movies within the universe. Now that it's all connected, they're
so
the best.
Funny. They're so funny, and they go over the line, but not too much. Like, they're awesome.
Yeah, and I'm pumped because the cab driver in Deadpool, I forget his freaking name. He's the India Spider-Man in the new Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
And they asked him, they were like, so there going to be any references about that? And he just said, Ryan Reynolds is fully aware that I played Spider-Man in that movie, and you guys will just have to see.
That's awesome. I feel like Ryan Reynolds, I mean, he might just be like, is he the king of Hollywood right now? Is he the best good guy in Hollywood?
I don't get more excited to see anybody but him right now on anything. Anytime I see a Ryan Reynolds Mint commercial, I go from 6 to midnight real fast, boys, or whatever the way is. Up or down, whatever happens.
I'd say he's the man, or maybe like,
or is she the man?
Pedro Pascal, he's not as the man at this current moment, but dude, the
There's
beginning,
no
bro, are you kidding me?
He had like a month and a half. I will agree. He had a month and a half where
beginning
he
of
was
this
the
year,
guy. He was the
Pedro
guy.
Pascal had the United States of America by the balls.
Probably the world, but yeah.
The world. I don't know why I said the United States of America, but the world by the balls.
What's the movie with him and Nicolas Cage? What is that movie?
So that's a movie where I believe that's a true story that actually happened to Nicolas Cage. It's a movie where he plays himself, and I'm pretty sure he went and like hung out with the guy just paid him to hang out with him, and he was like some notorious thief or something. I'm pretty sure that's based off a true story that actually happened to Nicolas Cage, if I remember correctly. But I would say one other guy, and he's not a guy, some may call him a boy, but a bad man by the name of Timothy Chalamet might be running the game right now, dude. Yeah.
Is Dune coming out this year?
No.
I don't know when it's even coming out.
I think it got delayed again. I mean, just remind me not to watch it and not get hyped up about it. I'm so sick of Dune. I'm so sick of people pretending it's good.
It's good.
I'm so sick of people trying to understand that bullshit that had no story to it at all. Dude, no information.
It's an origin movie.
Oh my god! They're trying to make like Star Wars Episode 4, and it's just like, come on.
But that's what it is. It's informational. You're figuring out what's going on in this world.
I didn't figure out anything. Except I know him and Zendaya are gonna fuck. That's all I know.
That's right, dude. No, dude, it's a perfect mix of Star Wars and Game of Thrones, dude. And I heard they're even doing a spin-off show on Max as well. About
spin-off show.
His
mother. There weren't even 2 movies in.
All
What's the spin-off?
I don't make the freaking rules, dog.
Well, speaking of Game of Thrones, I'm ready for House of the Dragon. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, we saw that. We saw a new show coming out too. They're coming out with.
Who?
What's that?
They're coming out. Let me pull it up. I saw it on X. Give me a second.
Oh, don't call it X.
Yeah, I know. That was kind of cringe of me, right? That was cringe AF of me.
You West Coaster. I listened to the Juice Box today. Go get yourself a gluten-free bagel.
People are gonna think we gone woke here. All right, so Game of Thrones prequel series, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight, starts shooting spring 2024. Have no idea, but the cat here. I'll put it in the chat real quick. But it's some sort of. I mean, it's a Baratheon, obviously, but I don't know if that's supposed to be Robert. Is he the Hedge Knight? Is it another Baratheon? Have no idea. But I mean, House of the Dragon was amazing, and just the technology and the CGI is going to keep getting better. So whatever this is going to be awesome.
Dude, his helmet is sick.
Right? Like that's the helmet they have in the book sometimes when they talk about like the stag, like with the Baratheons and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just wondering where this lands in the timeline. Like if we're in between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, if this is still in like the House of the Dragon-esque time. Like I wonder where we land.
Well, let me look up the Hedge Knight here. Let's find out if we can find out what it's about. Nothing on the Max. People think it's going to be Dunk in the Egg. It's going to be Tales of the Dunk and Egg novella trilogy. So I don't know what Dunk in the Egg. Well, Egg is Aegon.
Yeah.
I don't know who Dunk is. So I
have no idea.
I don't know. So I mean, we'll just have to. Apparently, there's books on these too that are already published. So that's it. It's going to include Aegon the Conqueror series.
Oh wow! So we are really really before House of the Dragon. No, that would make sense.
But maybe that's just something else is coming. I don't know. So we don't have all the information, but that's coming out as well. So more stuff. I don't know. Are they still doing the Jon Snow show, or are they? I don't even think that was that ever even real. That was just fans hoping.
Yeah, I think that was just a fan thing.
I thought
I really do.
I thought they were working on it.
Yeah, I thought it was confirmed. I thought that's a real thing.
It says in here too. It says Aegon Conquer series and a Jon Snow sequel. But the longer and longer they wait, I mean, are they gonna?
Dude, I'm all
people
for
still
it.
watch. People
Honestly,
still watch.
wait 10 years if you want
Seriously.
to. A pissed off old fucking Jon Snow. I'm all
Sick.
for it. I am all for that. That'd be
Yeah.
like a Star Wars type thing. Like come out with the whatever, like 20 years later. You know what's crazy?
What's crazy, JT?
More time. I was trying to think of how to articulate this. More time. More time has passed. What was it? From like Phantom Menace till now or whatever, than when Episode 4 and the Phantom Menace came out.
Oh yeah.
There's
Definitely.
something I was looking at, and that just blows my mind.
Yeah, that was like
I am
30
like
years?
the old guy that I like when Phantom Menace came out and the old guys went to go see it. I'm that old guy now for
You're
new
that
Star Wars
dude.
stuff. It's
You're
crazy.
that dude, man.
It just seems like it'd be so much longer, like the 70s to 1999 or whatever. It just seems so much longer than, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird.
Dude, you want to know that I had something that happened to me yesterday that made me feel the oldest that I've felt in a long time. New look, West Virginia Mountaineers debuted their new look squad. It's extremely weird to see Deshaun Butler and Alex Ruoff as coaches, coaching up the boys when I watched both of them just ball out at WVU. And like that makes me feel so freaking old. Me
Yeah.
and Dad were sitting on the couch and we were talking and I was just like, this moment right here is like one of the first moments where I'm like, oh wow, I'm an older dude now. Like it's weird. That was weird for me.
That is weird. Because we went to see him at the Final Four.
Yeah.
Never
That is
forget.
weird.
Never forget.
Hashtag.
Yeah, speaking of other things, Kenny Chesney announced his stadium tour today. I mean, I don't know why that shocks me. He does one every single year. But like for some reason, as he gets older, I think, oh, this is the last one. But I think he'll be like a Jimmy Buffett dude and perform till he's RIP in peace, till he's 80. But like the thing with Jimmy Buffett was he moved around like a 50-year-old on his stage. Like he didn't seem old at all. And I think that's the exact way Kenny Chesney will be. But yeah, so he announced Kenny announced his tour today. Some good locations: Pittsburgh, Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta. So I'm gonna definitely try to hit that. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I think I was shocked to see it because I was under the impression that the last one that he just did a year or two ago was supposed to be his last big stadium tour. Very pumped to go see my girl Megan Maroney though, so I definitely will be in attendance.
I was gonna say, I think what's sick about it is just like the acts that are with him. I mean, he's with Zach Brown Band. He's with Megan Maroney, who apparently you're very excited for. I'm not a huge country fan, so I don't know who she is. And then, I mean, and Uncle Cracker. I mean, come the fuck on.
I'm hyped.
Right, I know. Like my dogs are being crazy. They're fighting each other.
Whoa, City of Atlanta.
Uncle Cracker.
Can we get a known location for Michael Vick real quick? You know?
Yes. Yeah, like ultimate tribute to Jimmy Buffett with this tour, in my opinion. Zach Brown Band, Uncle Cracker, and Kenny Chesney. Like the three guys who I feel like got a lot of inspiration from Jimmy Buffett with the beach.
Like that.
With the beach, I honestly think that's why they chose to do it. The beach vibe, they're very similar. I think they all have songs with Jimmy Buffett, so like that's just fire.
It's going to be funny. Once Tig actually Googles who Megan Maroney is, he's going to realize that I've never listened to one song, and he will know why I'm very excited to go see her in concert. but I haven't listened. I mean, I know she's got bangers. There's a couple ones that I've heard, but yeah, she's pretty.
She's pretty. She's pretty. She's pretty. I think. Do you think at all that I'm guessing this will happen at least once on tour, that Kenny Chesney will probably play It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere, and will Alan Jackson appear?
Whoa.
Are we gonna see that? That like could be the cameo of the century, you know?
Wow. Where's Alan Jackson from? Hold on, I'm gonna Google. Let's see.
Yeah.
That would be
sick.
big. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Because that's like when I think of like Jimmy Buffett and like songs with Jimmy Buffett, it's like, oh, Alan Jackson, 5 O'Clock Somewhere. You know? I mean, that song transcends.
He's from Georgia.
There we go.
Dude, Georgia.
Oh, JD.
Dude, like Georgia, I didn't realize till I moved here. There's so many like country songs that talk about Georgia. And I'm like, damn, like Georgia just must be the freaking root of country music or something. Like listen for you won't, but like I do because I live here now. But it's true. Like when I hear it, like I hear it so much now. I'm like Zach Brown band because he's from here, but like just all this shit he talks about, like it's just cool. Like I think it's Free, his song Free. Yeah, he starts it off where he's like, I drive east every other Friday. And I drive on east. I drive on 20 east. It's the road he's talking about. It's just cool.
Cool.
It's just cool.
You're cool.
I once drove through Winslow, Arizona. It was such a fine sight to see, and I was like, "Oh, just like the song." It wasn't a fine sight either. He was lying.
What about oceanfront property in Arizona?
Is that a song?
George. I think that who sings that song? George Strait, I think.
Speaking of George, whatever happened to Florida Georgia Line? Whatever happened to those guys?
They broke up, dude.
What do you mean they broke up?
They're not together anymore.
They broke up
because of political issues.
Because of political views.
Gosh.
Trash.
Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
It is really. It's really.
If you vote different than me, I don't
give a shit either.
Like, what are we doing?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's great. It is crazy. But I will say, Tyler Hubbard, like the main Florida Georgia guy, he puts out bangers. Like I think that whole incident gave them both kind of a bad rap. I don't know, like they're not as popular anymore. But like Tyler Hubbard only puts out bangers. He's still so good. I would like to see him in concert.
For those fans that don't know a Tyler Hubbard song, what's one song you need to listen to?
5'9". Everybody knows that song. No, but if you maybe pick one.
And Dance in the Country. I've heard of Dance in the Country before.
Wait, yeah, and what's that? He came out with a newer one. Hold on, you got to give me a second.
No. He has one with or about Tim McGraw too, right?
Back Then, Right Now is his newer song, and it's really good. He's good.
I just need like country songs. I just need them. I need them popping. I need them hipping and happening. I need high octane country. I can't listen to sad country. Can't do it. That's why I think I don't like Zach Brown. That's his name, right? Zach Brown. I mean, Zach Bryan. Jesus Christ. Zach Brown band. That's why. Zach Bryan. He puts out like 500 songs a year, and they all sound the same, and they're all so sad. And I'm like, I can't get into it.
Dude,
you know? Can't get into it. He's a military man. Shout out him, but I can't do it. I don't know.
It's his song. It's his songwriting, dude. It's the actual lyrics. It's what he's talking about. Like I can understand his song like similarities in tune. I'm not going to argue that, but more for me, why I love him is how he actually can like paint a beautiful picture in a song. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not a huge lyricist. I'm not a huge lyricist. Like when I listen to a song, I'm just listening to the beat and I'm mumbling the incorrect words. And I know I'm mumbling the incorrect words. And someone eventually will call me out 10 years later. I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't even know the words, you know? But
JT does to me all the time.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
What, lyrics?
Messed up, JT. Yeah, you call out Jake?
Oh yeah. Jake will just sing, which is fine. You feel your own. That's what's beautiful about a song, you know? You can You
We're
create
gonna reel it back.
you create your own vibe with it, and it's your own song in your head, and you just have your own words to it. No, but I'm the complete opposite, Tiggy Nation. I am a sucker for the sad boy season music. Like, I thrive on it. Like, Noah Kahan, Zach Bryan, like, those guys are my shit right now. No, but I feel you. I do like some nice upbeat, like beachy party country. It's a good time, you know. That's why I think that tour will be incredible, because that's like all those guys are, you know.
Yeah. And for me, it's either like Zach Bryan-esque music or Olivia Rodrigo, because she literally puts out bangers. Both of Olivia Rodrigo's albums are front to back masterpieces. And Olivia, just keep doing your damn thing, man. Every song is a hit. It's a hit. So good for you, you're happy and healthy.
Yeah, speaking of no, I actually ordered Noah Kahan's Stick Season vinyl. I'm putting myself together a nice vinyl collection.
You a big vinyl guy?
I haven't used my record player in a while since I moved here, but it's similar to Pokemon. Like, I just like collecting them. A lot of them I have not even opened. Like Zach Bryan's American Heartbreak album, which will be the album of his life. Like, I think I didn't even open it; it's still sealed. So I think that could be worth some money one day. But yeah, I once I get a better setup, I'll definitely be setting the record player back up. But I like just collecting them for a rainy day.
Do you think the music sounds better off the record player?
I mean, people say it does. I think it's more of just a vibe thing. I do. It's just vibey.
I think it's so much more clear. It's so much more clear.
I don't know. It's pretty damn clear on my Spotify.
Yeah, well, maybe your ears are kind of fucked up. Maybe you got to clean your ears, bro. Maybe wake up and turn the vinyl on, then shove Spotify in your ear. When you turn the vinyl on, it's for happiness, dude.
Well, I am not vinyl hate. I have a vinyl
This
collection.
kid hates vinyls and he's collecting them, dude. That's insane.
It's a vibe. That is what it is. It's a vibe.
Do you think they put the big booty mixes on vinyl?
Oh, that's a great question.
If they don't, they should.
I bet there's a company out there, and maybe this is $1 million idea we're giving away right now, that there's a company that can put any song on a vinyl. You know what I mean? Like, you're burning CDs. I want to burn a vinyl. Dude. I want to send you songs. Put it on a vinyl right now.
I looked this up before, because you can make a vinyl. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because I was bummed out because Kenny only has one of his albums on vinyl, which I do have, but none of the others. So I was like, man, I'm about to just burn my own record of his songs to have. But you can do that. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. My roommate has a vinyl, and he's got like 500 of these things, like so much music and stuff. And, you know, I mean, he says it sounds a lot better, just like Jake said. So I think that's pretty cool. So, but maybe I'll get a vinyl, and I'm gonna get a vinyl, and I'm gonna have all custom made vinyls.
Yeah,
I'm all just custom CDs.
He's sick though.
Like we were in like grade school and stuff, burning CDs and shit.
Be like, this is Tiggy Nation. Here's his vinyl collection, and it's just like 20 burnt vinyls, and they each just have like one word on them with like 20 songs.
That'll be cool. I like that. Country, one thing I do like, I like the cameos. I like the not the cameos, the features on country. Like, I think those mixes are really good. Like, my favorite is Kane Brown. Is it Kane Brown? Kane Brown? Kane Brown.
Yep.
Kane Brown, the What If song.
Yeah.
I had to look it up. Lauren Elena, her voice, like when it comes on, I'm like, I want every country song, I want her to be the feature. Like, I love her voice.
I got one for you. If you like that song, listen to "Wait in the Truck" by Hardy.
Woo!
Truck Hardy.
That's a good.
It's got Lainey Wilson in it.
Yeah.
It's a freaking banger.
Wait, is Lainey Wilson? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she the girl that?
Duck's girlfriend.
Yeah. Duck Hodges. Fuck
yeah. But Tiggy, fun fact about Kane Brown and Lauren Elena, best friends since 5th grade.
What?
Yeah. and they went to the same school, and they grew up together in a very small neighborhood, I believe in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go. Yeah, because Kane Brown has a song called like "Bury Me in Georgia" or something. "Take Me Back to Georgia" or something like that.
Yeah,
Fuck
so.
yeah! I just live in the freaking country music nation. Screw Nashville.
Whoa! Oh, dude, here we go. Hot take. Is Georgia really the country music spot
Listen,
of the country?
all I will say is, you hear a lot more freaking people singing about Georgia than they're singing about Nashville. So kiss my ass.
Ooh, shit. You're going to have the loyal countries
I-
pissed off.
So I'm actually officially a Georgian now. Officially. I got my Georgia
Congrats.
license and my Georgia license plate on my truck.
Big.
Official. All I need is a whistle. But yeah, I got that. I actually got the license plate yesterday. So because I drive my work car, but Angie drives my truck. So she's been driving an unregistered vehicle.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. This is just a parody podcast. Since December, so
Allegedly since December, yeah. It's good that it's fixed though. If it
you'll
had to
have
be.
that. You'll have that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I went to the WVU game on Saturday. That was a fun time. Night game. We absolutely smacked the shit out of those soaking Mormons, dude, and that was fun. 37-7. Mounties got a big one this Saturday. We'll see who they are. They play at Oklahoma. Another night game. Neal Primetime Brown is what the kids are calling him these days. And just happy that hoops are back too. I don't know, college basketball, especially college hoopies, Mounties basketball will always have a special place in my heart. A lot of my greatest memories of sports have come from that team. So looking forward to cheering them on, and I will be a massive fan this year, and I will be extremely more lenient than I have been in the past, because anybody that's playing for us this year is a loyal ass motherfucker, and I appreciate you for staying when you could have left, just like some of the scrubs did that played like shit last night. So shout out the boys.
Yeah, shout out. People are saying Neal Brown is back, and I agree. I'm all in on the Neal Brown train. Trust the fucking climb. That's all I have to say. We beat the crap out of BYU. We're about to go down to Oklahoma this weekend, prime time, 7 p.m. on Fox, and frickin' win. That's all I have to say.
Preach.
Me on my camp, I didn't start climbing. Both feet are still on the ground, and just like the boosters, I'm holding out for a better option here. So before I give my millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, Tig, dude, I don't want to dive deep, bro. It's a different landscape that we're talking about. I'll keep it brief, but this is my argument to the whole Neal Brown thing. And don't get me wrong. Yes, I want to be ranked. Yes, I would have loved to be better these past couple seasons. Of course, I'm on that camp. I guess where I've grown my opinion on the matter is he took this job as his first Power 5 job in 2019. Didn't have that good of a year. Then he gets hit with COVID, had to deal with people transferring. That's when the kind of transfer portal opened up. COVID years, then 2021 hits, the NIL stuff starts happening. People then realize they can transfer to make more money. 2022 hits, last season was terrible. And now here we are in year 5, and we were supposed to win, I think, 4 games and be in last place in the Big 12. And we're right now heading into week 2 in November at 6-3, still fighting to be in a Big 12 championship. I don't know how you get rid of the guy after this season. I think you at least got to give him one more year if he finishes at 9-3 or 8-4. Because if he finishes at 9-3 and 8-4, I'm sorry, West Virginia fans are living in la and delusion land, and I think you forgot that like this is where we live. Period. And people are still riding high from the Pat White days, which is great, but that was the Big East. We haven't even sniffed the Big 12 title. We never sniffed the Big 12 title with Dana. we weren't even close other than the 1 year with Will Greer, and that was just sole Will Greer talent. So I don't know. I think you got to give Neal Brown another year. You got to give him a chance to develop his players. All of our young freshmen and sophomores that are incredible, those are his recruits that he brought in. They're making a massive difference in all of these games. And and again, everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. I would understand why people want him to go. It has been a frustrating 5 years. I just think, comparing previous coaches to now is like comparing apples to oranges and how college football operates. It's completely different now.
I mean, I will say 8-4 would be a massive improvement. I mean, what's his best record? Like,
I think 5-4 the COVID year was his best record, and we only played 9 games.
Yeah, and towards the back end, you usually have at least 2 in-conference games that are pretty tough. So, looking at the schedule, every tough team basically has been an away game, with the exception of Oklahoma State.
Agreed.
Every single tough game. I guess you can call Texas Tech a tough game, but we ended up winning. You know what I mean? Pitt, we won. So it's like any game that was tough it was on the road. So I will say that. But how long has he been a coach for? 4 years, 5 years? To have like one winning record is not great in like a big Big Five conference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Again, I think if you can win 2 of these games, it would be massive success coming up. Oklahoma, Cincinnati, Baylor, but those are also very easily 3 losable games.
Yeah. So well. I guess my question would be as a booster that's not donating your money at this present moment, if we go 9-3, 8-4, do you give him another year?
I think
because here's the one stipulation. If you get rid of him, most of the players that he brought in are going to transfer and leave, and then we're going to have to restart over, and it's probably going to take us another 3 or 4 years to get built back up.
Yeah, I think 9-3 for sure. You're unloading the bank at that point. It's like finally this guy put something together. Yeah, and with not the greatest team, I would say, but then again the field hasn't been that great. But it's like we're just playing to our competition. We're winning games we have to. Houston was just such a detrimental loss out. That sucked. That was insane. That's going to be. They're going to play those highlights at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Like what a crazy game that was. So it reminds me of W Baylor with Gino and Gino.
That game was crazy.
Back forth. I think it was like 70-63 at the end. Like it was just crazy. So I don't know. I think 9-3 for sure. You unload the bank. 8-4. I think you still have to keep them. That's still a good record. But hey, you got to come in. You got to win one of these, or you got to win 2 of these games, right? For 8-4. Yep. So again, very losable all 3. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we get another good bowl. So that'll be cool. Win out and get a good bowl. Oklahoma, we'll see. They kind of were great early on, and they just kind of fell off. So
yeah, I know a couple of the bowl projections have them playing in Atlanta, and then next year, or not Atlanta, Arizona, and then next year. Yeah, next year we play at Arizona, the Wildcats, because they joined the Big 12. So,
let's go. Hey, well, if you guys want to come out, the invite's open.
Yeah.
The invite's open. We'll go down to Tucson.
Yeah, so that Tucson? I get them confused. Where I forget
Tucson?
Where.
Yeah, Tucson.
Is that Arizona State? Is that Arizona State though? I get them confused.
No, Arizona State's Tempe. Arizona State's Tempe. Right. That's pretty close to me. Tucson's going to be 2 hours away, but it's not that bad. We can get a spot down there. That'd be really cool though. That'd be really fun. I remember they played at Chase Field a couple of years ago. They played Pitt, and those fucking idiots. They it's a dome, but they had it open because they had someone parachute in with the ball, and it was raining. It was like the one day of the year it rained, and they left it open all night or all day instead of closing it. So they had it open all day. They flew in the ball, then they closed it. The field was soaked. I should have told everyone, like, hey, just slam the under because there's no points getting scored. It's so sloppy. I remember people were like slipping in the backfield.
Damn.
It was bad. I think there was 1 touchdown scored all game. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. That was Neal Brown. I think I'm trying to remember who we played.
It was Pitt.
Was it Pitt?
It was Pitt, right?
I don't know if we would have played them in a bowl game.
Am I crazy?
I want to say no, Minnesota.
Nope. I've been saying it was Minnesota. It was Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay.
Minnesota.
Right. The old Gophers.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry for calling him Pitt, but I think that was actually Kenny Pickett's year too. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. I'll scroll back to the final score, but it was bad. I mean, it was just terrible.
Didn't we win?
Yeah, we won. Yeah, it was. Where's the score? 2021. Here it is. It was. Nope, we lost. Actually, it wasn't even close. We lost 18-6.
Oh dang, we suck again.
So they scored 1 touchdown. Actually, or was it 6 field goals?
I remember this game because it was on at 10, and I just remember staying up being like, I'm really watching this right now. We can't even score.
That's when we had Doge.
Yeah, he's stuck.
Most receptions we had was 5, but only 24 yards. It was the running back. I mean, it was such a bad game. I don't know. We're running down this clock though, gents.
Yeah.
No, I gotta go to bed.
You gotta go to bed. I'm actually a little late too. Daylight savings time happened, and I'm an hour changed. I guess I'm different time zone now.
So you're what time now?
It is 6:42, so I'm in Mountain Time right now. Which I think is the best because it's like a little closer. And now NFL games are going to start at 11 instead of 10, so I can actually get some chicken wings before the game or Raiders game starts. So that's always nice for me. So that'll be cool. I'm excited. I don't really have much. We got a softball tournament Thursday. That's what we're working. Our whole work. It's a softball. Well, it's a Thunderbolt Cup day, so we're just going to play softball for our team and hopefully not lose in the first or second round because we've been stinking. So,
well, good luck, Tiggy Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, JT.
Now my computer's gonna die too. But yeah, thank you guys for standing in the lunch line with us. It was a great time. Lunch was delicious. Always a pleasure. I'm gonna give out my trusty old fucking whatever you call it. You can catch me on the Juicebox Podcast Twitter. It's at the Juicebox Pods at Juicebox Pod. I did it backwards. John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. That's John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook, the Juicebox Podcast. We are not the Diabetes, the Juicebox Podcast. Bye-bye.